Hello, Simmers. Welcome back to the Plumbob Cafe podcast. I hope you have some water, tea, or coffee ready for today's episode 8. I'm your host, Morbid Gamer, and we are back with another one. So first things first, I want to get this out the gate. I just want to say that it's really hot today in Los Angeles, and I have to have my AC blasting right now. So I don't have like a proper studio setup. That's not what this is. That's not the case here. So you might hear like something in the background. That's what it is. Hopefully not, but if you do, that's what it is. So today we're back from a very long hiatus. I feel like this is how it usually works and how this podcast operates. It's mostly just me when I feel really inspired to say something, or when I feel like there's a lot to be said, or something that I feel like really fuels me and like puts a fire under my booty to just like come on here and really talk to you guys. I think that this is just it's a really nice format to be able to do so. So that's what we're doing here today, and I feel like I really got something to say and a lot of information to like talk with you guys about, because this might be a one-way like street, but I like talking to you guys in the comments, and like when you guys reach out, it's really nice. And so if you're listening to this on YouTube, you have a platform, speak or forever hold your peace. If you're not, I am on Twitter. If you're not listening to this on YouTube, I am on Twitter. You can find me at morbidgamer_. Yeah, it's changed. My Twitter has changed, so it should be a little bit more easy and cohesive. All my names everywhere should all just be the same. So morbidgamer_, that's where you'll find me. Anyways, moving on, we got a lot to talk about, you guys, and I don't want to eat up too much of your time, but there's just so much to delve into. And the first thing is Eco Lifestyle, the trailer that came out, like I think it was like maybe over a week ago. I feel like in quarantine, because I am filming, well, technically not filming, recording this on the 18th of May. So these quarantine days just all blend in together. How's everyone doing, by the way? I hope you're all doing good, staying safe, you're all healthy and fine, and washing your hands. That's like number one, that's key. But I hope you're doing good. But the days start to blend together, and I honestly don't remember when the trailer dropped, so yikes, that's a problem. But I feel like it was over a week ago. And like the community did not receive this trailer well. At least it feels that way, because you know how the story goes. It always feels like negativity is always just the loudest voice for some reason. It just always seems that way. Like you could have like a bajillion like nice comments, but then you get that one, and it just seems so strong and powerful. So it could just be me. It could, like, the whole community could honestly be loving it, but honestly it feels like the majority of the community honestly did not like it, myself included. I did not like the whole gist of this pack, because we did get a minute-long trailer that showed kind of like the overall theme of what this is gonna be, and it is eco living. It's called Eco Lifestyle. I'm gonna be real, I'm probably gonna call it eco living at some point, so I'm just gonna start now because most of their packs have been called like living, and like this is close to that, lifestyle living, so it's gonna happen. Anyways, we've seen this time and time again. All right, let me just take a step back and tell you guys where most of us, I think, are coming from when we say this. So Eco Lifestyle, I feel, has been sprinkled a lot in stuff packs and game packs and expansion packs throughout the last 3 years, because we had a poll about 3 years ago asking the community what it is you wanted to see next, and we got our answer, and it was that, it all went into Laundry Day. That's what we ended up getting for a stuff pack. But I think the gurus or the people back at EA headquarters, whoever, kept this information and like just ran with it for like 3 years. And finally, after 3 years, we're getting this Eco Lifestyle pack. And so we've seen this before. Again, in Laundry Day was the first one, because it was the first of its kind from that poll. Might I add, I did not vote for Laundry Day. Kudos to everybody who got like what they wanted. If you voted for Laundry Day and that's what you got, and like, I'm so happy for you, That's great. However, for me, that just sucks because I keep losing out here, man, on these sim streets. Okay, I voted for that. What was it? Something to do with weddings. That's the one I wanted because currently in the game it's kind of boring, snooze, and like I'd much rather have that or some kind of in-game system, and I'm still hoping for that at some point one day, maybe, probably not, but like I'm waiting for some kind of hot date pack like we had in Sims 1, or like some nightlife type of, like something that has Sims dating, something that has an attractiveness system like the Wicked Whims mod does, where you can be attracted to Sims depending on what it is that they look like and what your Sims are looking for and what they like, to the sound of your voice, to the way your hair color is, to the way your pitch is. I don't know, you get what I'm saying? Like, or how voluptuous you are, or how slender you are. It just all depends on your sim, and I think that's a great method and like a great system to have, but we don't have it yet. And like I was kind of hoping for that when that poll was running, you know. That's what I wanted. Not laundry day, obviously we're gonna get that in a stuff pack, but I was hoping, man, I was crossing my fingers. And then we got this new poll coming out, and I did not want this at all. Granted, the haunted pack sounded more like a game pack, I will say, but I would much rather have that than knitting. If you voted for knitting, again, kudos to you, and you got what you wanted. But for me, that's just not the way that I want to play. Like, granted, I am pretty excited for the Love to Knit pack. That's what I'm gonna call it. I think it's Nifty Knitting with its official name, but I'm gonna call it Love to Knit, and I'm excited for it now. I will say, I guess y'all won me over, but going back to what I was saying, so laundry day 1, and that was centered around also like being eco-friendly, you know, a little bit with like the hanging up of the clothes and being able to wash your clothes outside in the little bin, you know, doing it the broke way. But that was in there. Then we had, what else? I know we have Island Living. There's another one that I'm missing. Ooh. Tiny Living. Tiny Living was another one we got. So the whole point of that one was to downsize, right? Because if you're living in a regular size home, which in the US is kind of big, it's a certain like square footage, and the more you take up, obviously the more of a footprint you leave behind, the more resources you're gonna need, the more energy you're gonna use up. So the whole point of tiny living is to downsize on that and be a little more conscientious. Just try and downsize your life, and that was a whole movement. It came a little late, I will say. The stuff pack came a little bit late to that whole movement, that craze. But and might I add, can we just delve in really quick, because I haven't talked to y'all in a while, and like, can I just say that it totally missed the mark. That stuff pack missed the mark on tiny living. It should have been called like the Q, maybe you'll save a little bit of space pack. That's a long title, but that's honestly what it is, because that bed, ooh, I love a good Murphy bed, don't get it twisted. I love Murphy beds. I'm actually trying to find myself a Murphy bed. I think they're great space savers in real life. Okay, well, technically, because I guess in real life, you could move stuff out of the way and then pull the bed down. In the game, you just, you still have to leave that area open. Even if you have, if you have the sofa one, you can sit on it and use it, so it doubles as two. So I guess, but you still gotta leave that perimeter open, and it takes up space. And I'm sorry, but that's not saving anybody's space. It's taking up more space than you are saving space. Well, what have worked was actually having a loft bed, because then if you have the bed on top, you could put something underneath, and voila, you're saving up some space. You could have put maybe a couch under that, same thing, but you're probably saving up more space than you are using space. And like, we didn't have ladders. Granted, we're getting ladders now in a patch update, and they're gonna come for free. It's not just gonna be an eco lifestyle, the expansion pack, so you are gonna get it for free, so you don't have to go out and buy this just for them damn ladders, because people were so hyped for the ladders, myself included. I was one of those people. I have been waiting for ladders for a very long time. I mean, the configurable staircases are like one thing. I was so hyped for that too. But I'm waiting for the ladders, so you can have like nice cute little loft areas and like saving space, because how are you gonna save space with these humongous staircases in the way? Like, how? I think that was a big oversight. I don't know who agreed or greenlit that, but like, how with this tiny living? It just missed the mark. Honestly, we could have gotten like a duo, and I've seen some CC creators do this, but like a shower, toilet, sink combo. I've seen that been done, and like shout out to like Simarkey, because she was the one that really led the way for like tiny living with the university pack. That one's more tiny living than I think tiny living, but like with the shower, that shower that you get, there's a way to like make it so that you have the shower and then the sink and the toilet all in like this one tile bathroom. And so I'm like, that's really, really useful to have, and that's tiny living. Now we could have had like a stove top and like a all-in-one combo again, like what I said, like we had with the TV, but like honestly we didn't need it with the TV. Like y'all could have done without that. I could have done without that. We could have had like a trash compactor, because then you at least take the bin, doesn't have to be out in the open, it could be on underneath a counter. And like that's the type of stuff that happens in tiny living. You try and cram stuff under other stuff. So, or have a 2-in-1 combo of like a dryer and a washer, so it's not taking up so much space. That's the whole point of tiny living, and I just missed the mark. I love the stuff in it, but it missed the mark. It did. So tiny living, that was a whole tangent, but like going back to that, it was about, again, eco lifestyle, so I had that sprinkled in. Then we move on to the expansion pack, the island living, where I had the conservationist career, where you could save the island and restore it and like help, because not global warming, because people were messing up the island, and then, like you make it transform to like be beautiful and like, you know, stuff like that. And I was like, that's cute, that's fun, I never played with it, I'm not gonna be honest, but I never played with it, and it was there, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm like, kudos, you know, there's that sprinkled in. And I think it had something else in it. Oh, the off-lot trade. Living off the land lot trade. I don't know what it's called. They missed the mark on that one too, might I add, because that lot trade does not work at all. There's still a lot of glitches and some things that need to be worked out with that, because things just don't work right. And they need to overhaul it or fix it before this dang eco lifestyle comes out, because it would be very useful with that. But it didn't work, and we had that in there. And again, okay, people keep saying that, like, why are you complaining? Why is the community complaining? Like, this was the poll that we had 3 years ago, and now you're getting it, and like, this is what you wanted, so why are you complaining? And I'm like, okay, first of all, well, for some of us, we didn't vote for it, so there's that. Second of all, bro, you just said it yourself. That was 3 years ago. Man, that was 3 years ago. I have moved on. Even if I had voted for that, like, we've seen it sprinkled in time and time again in other packs. Like, there's been, like, little hints here and there in other packs. And I'm kind of, you know, tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it. If you're going to sprinkle it other places, why am I now getting a whole pack devoted just to it, for it? I don't want it. I don't need it. Like, whatever. It is what it is. That's what we're getting. So all you can do is just shrug your shoulders, because that's what you're going to get. And I still got to review it myself and, like, form some kind of, like, idea, and, like, you know, maybe I end up loving it. Who knows? I can't sit here and say that I don't like it, but I can't truly back that up until I finally get my hands on it. So, but yeah, that was 3 years ago. We've moved on. And are you kidding me? That a poll run 3 years ago, and in that span, we've gotten some of that here and there. And now you decide to give me a whole pack from a poll from 3 years ago. Now that makes no damn sense. And now we got another poll running, right? And I swear, if it takes them another 3 years to get me what I want in, like, that pack, you know, the poll that we got about, like, gameplay and, like, NPC characters, and it was all so good. And I'm sorry, that was my Roomba. Have you heard that? I'm not sure, but it just went off. But that I'm like over it. I'm completely over it. And if that happens with this new poll, I swear I'm throwing my hands up in the air and saying, hey. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it just kind of sucks that it took this long, and we're just not ready to move on. That's kind of what's going on here. So we have seen this in other packs. I talked about the ladders, the poll that was 3 years ago. Also, I want to talk about like the heat that's been going on within the community. It was kind of bad. It's died down, and I don't want to resurface stuff, but like people were going back and forth. I'm fine with a good debate. I'm fine with a bit of arguing. It's just not fun when it's like when it's not cute. See, that's when it's not fun. That's no longer fun. We gotta keep it cordial, y'all. We gotta keep it nice and talk to each other like human beings. So, but like, I don't like this other narrative though that people like to push within the Sims community. Like, it's all like daisies and butterflies, and we're all gonna like see eye to eye, and we're all gonna hold hands and sing kumbaya, because it also feels that way. Like, don't disagree because so and so is they're not gonna like it. They're not gonna like it. So you better calm down and relax, okay? It's like, that's not the case. So long as people are being nice and not dragging anybody down, I don't see the problem with disagreeing with other people. Like, we're not gonna hold hands and sing kumbaya at the end of the day. And I hate when people say that, because at the end of the day, the sun goes down. Yeah, we're not gonna do that, and we all have differing opinions, and it is what it is. So I don't like that narrative. But if somebody can sit here and look at a 1-minute trailer and be like, oh my god, I love this, then why can't flip side somebody take a look at that same minute-long trailer and say, damn, I hate that? See, I don't understand. That's kind of like, what's the word? That's a little hypocritical. Don't you think that's just not, not fair? Why can't I say I hate it, but y'all can say you love it? But that's the way that I see it. And either way, I think both ends of the spectrum are a little wrong, because like, if I really like think about it, like, what if let me see, mochi is the first thing that comes to mind, so I'm gonna use that, and I love mochi. But let's just say that I had my friend, and she'd never tried mochi a day in her life, and I was like, girl, I'm gonna take you, and I describe it to her, and I'm like, this is mochi, okay? This is the essence of mochi. And she says, girl, I love that. And I'm gonna look at her and be like, well, you haven't tried it yet, so how can you say you love it? And she's like, I don't know, I just love it. And I'll be like, girl, wait, hold up till I actually bring the mochi to you and you try it, then you can tell me. Or it could be vice versa, and she could be like, girl, I hate that. She's like, that sounds nasty. And then I'd be like, the same thing, the same situation, basically. I'm like, you haven't tried it, you can't form that opinion yet, you just sound dumb right now. Like, on both ends, you sound dumb, myself included, because I was one of the people that was like, I'm not like this, I don't like it, I haven't even touched it yet, so how do I know? But it's a track record, you guys. You gotta look back at the track record. EA does not have that good track record. It's not like Nintendo is known for their pristine work. You know what you're getting is good. You know the value, and the value of a Nintendo game never goes down. And I've seen the guys, look up why Nintendo games never go down in value. It's an interesting video, but it's true, they don't. And why? Because they have one of the reasons, because they have really good products. I'm sorry, but that's not the case. And so track history shows that it's just gonna be, and I've been burned one too many times to get hyped for something, and like, hope for the best, but girl, I'm expecting the worst. That's what's happening here. So at least that when it does surprise me and ends up being good, I'm be like, oh my god, so and so pulled it out. Like, they did great, good for them. Like, I'm pleased, I'm so pleased, and like, I can't wait to say that. You never want to be like, damn, that's horrible, like, I just paid $40 for this, because in the US it's $40. I don't know where you are and how much it costs for you guys, but here in the US it's $40. So I don't want to be like, I hated that and I just spent $40 on that. So, and yeah, some people don't have that luxury. Some people cannot go out and actually spend $40 on an expansion pack. It's just not possible for some people, and they have to then depend on other simmers and other not sim gurus. What are they? The game changers. There you go. You gotta depend on those people to also review them and give honest opinions, and then maybe they'll have like enough information to be like, okay, I like this, I'm gonna buy it, or say I hate it and I'm not gonna buy it. So that's kind of like how that goes. So that's kind of like some of the things that I wanted to talk about with that mainly. There are still, I did pull up some of the poll that was a long time ago, and some of the information that was on there, which is like this is all the things that were listed on there, but we've gotten some of this all throughout the span of 3 years, and what we're gonna get in eco living lifestyle. So some of this might be in there, and some of the stuff we already got. So let me just name a few. So off the grid lot tray, we already got that. There's a well pump, a water well listed on here, and I heard that it's confirmed that we're gonna get one actually in eco lifestyle. There's solar panels listed here, which we're also getting. It's confirmed. Wind turbines we saw in that gift. That was like our first like sneak peek of this thing, and like we're getting that for sure. There's a whole laundry section, but obviously we got the laundry, so I'm not even gonna go over that. Yeah. There are food preserves, which is interesting, like canning and preserving food. There's like more information going in on this, but I'm not gonna delve into it. But there's that. Nectar making, we know that's confirmed for a fact. I don't know about the canning and preserving, that I have no idea, but like the nectar making, we saw that in the trailer, that you can make nectar now. And I don't know if Sims can get drunk off of this stuff. Like before it was called juiced, because rated T for teens. Okay, we gotta keep it PG-13. But, or if not, it would be rated R. But there are mods, so I'm waiting for the mods so that my Sims can get drunk and effed up. But there's nectar making, and hopefully allow them to get juice. That would be so awesome. Then there's superfood harvestable plant. A new harvestable plant. Okay, I don't know about that. I feel like we got an overhaul of like the gardening a while ago. I don't know if they're messing with that. I have no idea though. But that's listed. Carbon conscious is another one. A freegan trait. Sims with the freegan trait have interactions to rummage in large or small trash cans. Okay, I'm reading a little bit of this one, but we saw that. We saw that Sim rummaging in that trash can. We got a composter. Oh my god, I totally butchered that word. Anyways, used to dispose trash at plants and to scrape the remains of meals into. Okay, so again, we saw something along these lines. I don't know if it's the exact same thing, but we saw that weird machine where you put a lot of like trash into that and like it turns into a little cube. So that could be that. Recycling bins. I feel like we're gonna get recycling in this. Not confirmed, okay? Don't take this 100%. I could be wrong, and we might look back at this and be like, she was lying. But there's recycling, and I feel like that kind of makes sense to have. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool to have. Now, really quick, I have listed here what this conspiracy doesn't add anything and doesn't take away from anything, but I have this conspiracy theory that I'll go over really quick. So Earth Day was actually April 22nd, 2020, and this was announced like earlier May 2020. So I have this theory in my mind that this was actually set to be announced or released on Earth Day. Because wouldn't that be just the great, like some great promotion? And like, it's just too coincidental, man. This eco lifestyle pack, and then Earth Day just so happens to be like in the same realm of this time of when this got announced. Like, it's too coincidental. And I was like, I'm pretty sure they planned for this. Again, great promotion and great timing for this, but probably because of coronavirus, it slowed them down, and that's why it got like delayed back like maybe a month. So that's what I'm just speculating. It's not like, again, it's not adding anything, it's not taking away anything, but that's probably what happened here. Also, I do want to say and point out that ladders, I know we went over ladders already, but we can use them inside the house and not just outside, because in the trailer you only saw them outside, but you can use them inside too. I don't know if I didn't make that clear, but like, I'm excited. Anyways, I think that's all I really have to say about eco lifestyle. It's mostly more about like what happened with that, like within the community based off the announcement of this pack. But we gotta wait and see. They're gonna do a live stream on Twitch soon, so maybe we'll report back, have another little chit chat here. But they're doing that on Twitch, hopefully on YouTube too, because I've noticed they've been doing that a lot lately. I'm like, kudos. Like, I don't know why it took you guys this long. I've been posting it, and whenever they had like little surveys, okay, just between you and me, guys, whenever they have little surveys, I would always say like ways to improve. I'm like, guys, stream over on YouTube. Like, I don't know if they read mine and they're like, she right, or like, I don't know, maybe somebody finally caught on. But I was like, go stream over on YouTube. Like, y'all have a bajillion millions of subscribers over there, and you're only streaming on Twitch, even though you know that there's a platform on YouTube to stream. And like, every time they stream on Twitch, obviously they get like thousands of views on Twitch, but whenever they stream on YouTube, they get like a triple that number, or like double. And I'm just like, y'all could have been doing this from the get-go. But granted, yeah, they've started doing that, and I hope they keep doing that, because not everybody watches on Twitch. So you just reach a larger audience, and that's ultimately what you want, right? So yeah, hope they keep doing that. Anyways, moving on. So I want to talk about a little bit about like Nifty Knitting. So the polls, we finally finished all the polls. Oh my god, I'm so sad because Nifty Knitting was the one that won, and I wanted Love to Knit because it's so darn stupid. Oh my goodness, that was such a missed opportunity, and I was so bummed. I was like, the troll in me was just like, guys, can we really get LUV number 2 knit, like Love to Knit? Like, it was really written out that way, and I have a conspiracy theory that someone put that in there, yes, to be funny, but all along y'all got played, because I feel like that's marketing. I don't think people want to mess with marketing, and like, maybe it's not that serious, but like, are you really gonna risk it to the masses, to the normies, the people that are not like within the community but like outside? Are you really gonna market to them with this pack being called Love to Knit? Like, I don't know, it just did not seem like that, and I was like, y'all, this is probably rigged from the start. And like, because Nifty Knitting was the one that sounded the most like just a regular, like how it just encompassed the whole pack just right, you know? It just described it right. So I don't know about y'all, but I don't think those ever gonna be an option. However, I don't know, maybe I'm just wrong, and like the community was just like, y'all, what are you doing? We're gonna call this Nifty Knitting. Get it together, guys. And so that happened, and I can't recall all the specific things that we voted for. Like, okay, obviously it's knitting, because that's the whole pack. That was the first vote. And then no, well, actually, I forget. I've already forgotten what all the specific little ones, but we voted for the furniture and like the clothing. And now in front of me, I now see a little like, I want to say mock-up, like a demo of the rocking chairs, and it's kind of cute with the old people. However, the old people got played. Can I just say really quickly, y'all, okay, I'm trying to say this in a way that is not going to give me like some kind of heat, like bring back heat to me. Or like, not even that. I just don't want to rub or press anybody's buttons, rub anybody the wrong way. I don't want to like start trouble or anything. But people really were out here campaigning for this stuff pack, because, you know, the higher ups simmers have influence, and if you think they don't, they do. They're called influencers for a reason, even though they probably don't call themselves that and don't see themselves as that, but they got influence. If you have influence, you have influence. And I remember, like, I never said anything at the time, and it was only brought to my attention recently again in one of my Twitch chats. I stream, by the way, so if you want to go over and check me out on Twitch, I stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Yeah. Anyways, someone brought this back to me on my Twitch chat, and they're like, don't y'all remember when like all the bigger YouTubers were like campaigning for the knitting pack because they wanted this for elders, and like they were pushing that narrative, and like lo and behold, I'm pretty sure that's why this won. But Happy Haunts was probably really close behind because it just appealed way more. But I'm honestly, that's my conspiracy theory, that's the reason this won. A lot of higher ups were pushing for this, and for that reason, because they wanted elders to do something, and also because of no, mostly it was the elders, because why did we knitting was so specific. Like, I think the poll was just like arts and crafts with art, which arts and crafts, you know, fair enough, but I think it might have backfired on the simmers that were like, do this for elders because elders have nothing. But like in the end, we all got played because now we got knitting, and I'm just like, really? Who? I mean, I'm pretty sure there's people out there that voted for this, but do you really want knitting? Fair enough if you do, but I don't know why. I feel like I can't wrap my mind around it. Anyways, but elders got played because yes, they get a rocking chair with this, and I think that's so adorable, and they can knit, yes, but I've seen some of the stuff in this pack, and like, guys, the furniture doesn't look anything geared towards the elderly. I think there was an option for that, but at that point, I think people were just like voting for what it is that they wanted, because you got to pick the furniture style, and there was one that was geared a little bit more like elderly. There were 3 options. There was like a more industrial one, like it was minimal but industrial looking, and then there was the cutesy one which ended up winning, and then it was like that old people geared to one. And like, if y'all really wanted that knitting pack for the elders, which I saw a lot of y'all, don't lie, some of y'all didn't, some of y'all actually wanted knitting for some reason, but oh my god, I'm not trying to shade people, but like some of y'all actually wanted knitting, so fair enough. But I know a lot of y'all that wanted this for elders, so don't lie now. And yeah, and a lot of the stuff doesn't seem geared towards, even the clothing. I'm just like, y'all, this looks very like more modern, not modern, but looks more like youthful is the word that I'm going for. It looks like it's geared more to the youth. I have not seen anything that was just like, really, this is a staple and this is for the elderly, except for the rocking chairs. But even then, like, I wouldn't say that rocking chairs are just an elderly staple. Like, what they're gonna do, just rock in there all day? I was like, anybody, even like a mother and their child, I was just about to say like baby, but bruh, that's a whole different conversation, and I'm about to like rage. These damn babies, oh my god. But like, wouldn't it be so cute if we could take the babies out of a little bassinet and put them in little rocking chairs and like cool them to sleep? Oh, that would be so cute. But we all know that's a dang lie, because you can't do anything with the damn objects that are babies. Anyways, but yeah, so there's for elders. I see in like little mock-up or how it is that they designed this whole thing. I see adults in there, young adults. I see a little toddler, so toddlers can get in it too as well, and play with the rocking chair, which I find really adorable. I love that. But yeah, that's Nifty Knitting. I'm looking forward to it still, though, even if it's was meant to be geared towards the elderly, but it backfired, and now we get just knitting. I honestly, I don't think this is gonna be that bad, and I'm crossing my fingers. Again, hope for the best, expect the worst, but I'm excited, and I'm gonna be wary, but I'm excited. So yeah, that's Nifty Knitting. We also have to talk about really quick, really quick, I swear I'll be fast. Burglars. Someone tweeted at Simguru Frost, a Ninja, and Simguru George about them wanting Burglars, and Simguru Frost replied back, "Burglars have a special place in our hearts. Can't/not confirming anything, but no, we're always talking/thinking about them." Ooh, guys, I would love to see Burglars again, because there are no consequences, and if I didn't talk about this before, there are probably going to be consequences in the new eco lifestyle with like not cleaning up the world or deciding to clean the world. Like, you get rewards, like all the other worlds get affected as well, and like you get to see like the aurora borealis, which always reminds me of The Simpsons, and like, yeah, and if you don't, you just live in this horrible smoggy world, which actually I don't mind. It actually kind of seems pretty cool to live in that. However, like, there's just not enough consequences. There's not enough world-changing stuff, and hopefully that this new expansion changes that. But adding Burglars is such a spontaneous. I just wanted to say it like that. I don't know why. It was like rolling off. I was like saying it halfway through the word. I just felt it coming out like that, like spontaneous. Anyways, there's no spontaneity. That was so weird. I'm so weird, but there's no spontaneity. There's no like world around you happening really until again seasons came out. then you really saw the world change around you, which I love. That's why I really love that pack. And I would love to see more of it. I want to see burglars come into your house. You have no say in that. I think Vlad is probably the closest thing, but people are just don't like Vlad because he comes and sucks your blood, whereas a burglar would come and just steal your stuff, and that just kind of sucks. But like, you know, it's kind of funny at the same time, instead of, you know, the other option, which is Vlad. And I'm not gonna lie, that Vlad is annoying. I just don't like him. I don't like the vampires. Anyways, but yeah, I'm just wanting to put this in here, and I'm excited. And I would really, 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 really love burglars. So please, can we have that? All right, moving on. So we have burglars babies. We talked about babies for a second. I want to talk about them again for like I swear I'll be quick again. But the Sims posted on their Instagram. I'm almost certain. I think it was on Twitter as well, but don't quote me. I think it was mostly on Instagram, where they posted a picture of like this rendered baby, and like it was free as a bird. Oh my god. And it was so nice to see, you guys. It was not confined in that ugly little bassinet that it comes in. It wasn't an object. I swear, it was a free baby. And I was like, oh my god, free the babies 2020, please. I'm like, in a game pack. We still don't know what the new game pack is gonna be, which they'll probably announce. More on that later. But like, babies, please, we need them, and they need better gameplay, and we've been yelling this from like the rooftops, please. And so I was just like, either they have the audacity to be like, yo, we just gonna render this baby real quick and like post this and make people believe we got babies when we really don't, and like sucks to suck, but or they're trying to hint at the fact that maybe babies are coming. However, I don't have that much faith in EA at all. So again, hope for the best. We can hope for babies and improvement on babies, but I don't expect the worst. And I'm just gonna sit here and say that they're playing us like a damn fiddle, and or playing people who might not know the game, or like not the normies. They're playing the normies and like, oh, look at these cute babies when we really don't got any. So that's probably what was going on. But yeah, that's all I really had to say. But hopefully, again, something's happening with the babies. Now I think I want to talk about the Sims mobile real quick. More tea that I got. Apparently the mobile game has gotten some updates. They're getting they're getting multiple stories now, which I think is really cool. Sims mobile is kind of killing it. I don't know who plays it. I don't play it. If you guys play it, that's cool. I've delved in it like once, and it's not for me. I like a more sandbox kind of game play, but they're adding 2 stories now, which is great. But I also saw that they posted that they're actually getting bunk beds, and I was like, ooh, I was not gonna lie, it got me a little upset. And I was like, y'all, the mobile game is getting bunk beds before we do. And I was just like, oh lord, here we go. How does the mobile game get them bunk beds before the console/PC game does? How does that make sense? But you know what? Do you, Sims Mobile? You're killing it. You're killing the game. I love that for the people playing this game on their phone. I mean, what can I say? But that's great for you guys, and it just sucks for us. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to bring up before like I move on. But now I do want to say and bring it back to, who was I talking about? But I was like, we're gonna talk about this later down the line. I don't remember what I was tying this with, but EA Play is actually not going to happen this year, obviously, because of the coronavirus and quarantine. It's just not possible this year, and that sucks because I actually live in Los Angeles, and it's always held in LA, and I'm always like, I can't attend this is the one thing, the EA thing, that I don't have to be a game changer for, because I'm not, and I can actually go and attend because it's free to the public. So I was just like, oh my god, this is like my one time to like feel at home with EA and the Sims, and I can't go. But it's okay. You know what? There's next year. It is what it is. And they're actually doing it on live stream mode. So I think that'll go over hopefully good. Play Live is what they're calling it. It's on June 11th, 2020. And I think that's where they're going to definitely announce the next game pack, because that's the last thing that we're missing. I was surprised that they're actually announcing the expansion pack earlier, but I mean, time is running out. They said in the next 6 months they were gonna announce the expansion, the game pack and the stuff pack, and like time's running out, man. So they probably were like, all right, let's just announce that. We already know what the stuff pack is, and so now we just need the game pack, and that's gonna be the new news. That's gonna be the last one that we need to know about from the EA Play live stream that's gonna happen. So I'm excited. I have no idea what it's gonna be. I'm like, what could we possibly get? I don't know, but hopefully it's good. Recently a lot of discussion has been going around like stuff pack, game packs, and like expansion packs, because it's like recently we just don't know what comes with what. And I think Plumbella brought up a really good point, and she talked about this, so check her out in her video. But basically we know what we get with stuff packs. It's just kind of stuff and like a little in-game feature, something along those lines, or a little gameplay action. And then there's the expansions, which are trying to do a little too little, and then game packs trying to do too much. And it's just, we don't know where the line is drawn. We don't know like what is required in each, you know, like we just don't know what goes in what, because recently it's felt that way. She pointed out that like Island Living felt more like a game pack, and I 100% agree. It did feel like a game pack to me. It just didn't feel fully flushed out. The world is beautiful and gorgeous and big, but it's like you could have been a game pack, man. You could have, and I would have been happy with that, because it feels like a game pack to me. It does not feel like a flushed out expansion. And there's like other things like Realm of Magic that probably should have been a whole blown expansion, but they're probably like, oh, vampires came as a game pack, we can't do like the warlock, whatever the heck they are, as an expansion. That just seems a little like, you know, like people would probably like, what the heck, what about the vampires? But honestly, I agree with that statement 100%. I feel like it's a little backwards, and like I don't think either we definitely don't know, because we're not the ones making these packs, but like I feel like behind the scenes it's a little confusing. Maybe they're a little confused, and I don't know what's going on basically. And I agree with that. So that's basically the news for EA Play Live 2020. Woo! So just waiting on that game pack. That's basically it, and hopefully it's good. But last but not least, I've been saving this for last, and we're already at 40-minute mark, so this is a pretty long podcast, and I'm so sorry, guys. Hold in there and grab that tea, coffee, or water, whichever, that I told you guys to get at the beginning. So bear with me. But by the time this goes up, you guys, this will not be news, and I can talk about it right now. I'm a Patreon over for the Paralives, the game. That is the hopefully new competition. I know they don't like to be butt heads and like be placed side by side to each other, but honestly, it's a simulation game. You're gonna be compared. It is what it is, and like best like own it, you know, own it, Paralives. Hopefully bring in good competition, because competition is key when it comes to this kind of stuff. You want to compete with the other brand to hopefully drive better things. That's just kind of how this works, and I'm always for competition. It brings out like the best. It always does, and it's better for the consumer. It really is. So anyways, I'm a Patreon, and we got early access to be able to see the parafolk, which is what they're called, Paralives. We've seen a lot of things. We've seen building, mostly. We've seen a lot of objects and building, and recently the biggest one was this loft video that we saw online, and it was just so beautiful. This loft is gorgeous. Oh my god, if you guys have not seen it, look up Paralives and like look at their like socials and find this video of this loft. It is gorgeous. The windows, that skyline, oh, it's so beautiful. It looks so industrial and like modern. That's just right up my alley, man. It's totally right up my alley. But they've got so many in-game stuff that they're planning to do that like out the gate, I'm just like, yes, this is exactly what like consumers like want and need, that The Sims is not giving us. So again, that competition, I love it. So it's we finally got preview of the parafolks, and you guys, she's so cute. This feels a little weird because, again, this is a sneak peek for the patrons, and you can't really talk about it. They said to keep this a secret until it's announced, but it feels a little weird. But this will go up, and you guys will probably already have seen it by now, and maybe see more, because they did say that they're gonna actually reveal more. This was just a sneak peek for us, but like we'll reveal more, and you guys will probably know more than I do. So what am I even over here worried about? But she's so adorable, and I love that. You can see the outfits, and like I think you can make your own outfits, which I think is a really interesting concept, because in The Sims you have your, like, you already have your outfits set for you. Like you have your everyday, your formal, your swimwear. Why am I blanking? I don't know. You have them all already set up. Whereas in here, it looks like you can customize them and create your own outfits for the occasions, like for your own occasions. And like, she's so cute. I love her. I don't know what they are, but they look like Doc Martens. They look like actual like combat big boots. And like, she's got like this yellow striped dress and another outfit. She's got like jeans on and like a nice little like top. She looks so summery, and she honestly looks really, really cute. She totally looks like she lives in this apartment, by the way. And I'm like here for it, and especially because we've seen the color wheel before in the past. So that means that you can get whatever colors you want up in there. I don't know about the outfits. I'm pretty sure it's going to work the same way, but I don't know, so I can't say 100%. But the color wheel with the hair, with the outfits, with build by, oh, I'm just here for it, guys. I'm ready. Paralyzed, and I like the model. I like the I think it still needs a little bit of work. I will say, when I'm eyeing this, I see the world around it and the lighting. She does look a little bit like jarring, a little too crisp. I don't know what that means, but like it just doesn't, she doesn't suit well with the world around her. So she does need a little bit of work, I will say. But other than that, she's blowing me away. This is not what I expect. This honestly is not what I expected when I was imagining the parafolks. I honestly expected them to look a little, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I expected them to look a little worse. But I'm blown away. They actually look really good. So, yeah, let me know what you think about the parafolks, guys. Competition. I smell something about competition coming on, and I love it. I'm here for it. If you guys want to become Patreons for Paralives, you can do so for as little as $1, and they will include you in the credits once the freaking game is done and ready. And I'm so excited. I'm here for it. But they still have a long way to go. They've raised, currently they're working on raising 12,000 now, because they've got a lot to do, guys. I see their end goal, and like they're trying to recruit an animator at 12,000. They're trying to recruit a programmer at 16,000, recruit a 3D artist, so on and so on. Like they're at the end, I think their goal is like, well, I don't know if this is their end goal, but what I see here is at least 36,000, and like they gotta recruit a new more members and more members. I see a lot of members. Basically, a lot of people do the behind the scenes programming and bringing this game to life, and they only have like 3 people on this freaking game, like behind the scenes doing this game. Can you believe that? Only 3 people, and this is how much they've done. Honestly, it's blowing my mind, because they've gotten a lot, and obviously they're an indie game. They're an indie game at the end of the day, and they don't have as much restrictions like a big head company does, like EA. But that's kind of how that goes. So I won't fault The Sims too much, because they do have a corp like EA hanging over them. And I'm pretty sure if they wanted to, the developers would have done way more than they have already if they have restrictions and they had the money. But it is what it is. And yeah, I feel like this is going to be good. I feel like this is going to be good for the simulation. What do we call ourselves? Community? The simulation community. So that's all that I really have to say for this. Is a lot, I know, you guys, and hopefully you're still hanging in there with me. I really enjoyed just blabbing about. Sometimes I just got let a lot off my chest, and if you agree, disagree, whichever, whatever, you can always at me or email me, whichever, or if you're on YouTube, down below in the comments. That would be great. And I always love to hear from you guys. But we're going to keep it cute, right? That's the motto. that's the motto here. Keep it cute. So, yeah, this is me signing off. To all you simmers, stay safe out there, and I will talk to you hopefully very soon. So, bye for now.